So today we are going to see sentence transformation. I hope you know what sentence transformation. Reported speech, direct speech and indirect speech. Earlier in the smaller classes, reported speech, you will be getting direct speech and it will be asked kindly convert to indirect speech, or indirect speech will be given and then convert the sentence into direct speech. Questions like that might be there in the smaller classes, but in class 9 it's different. A passage will be given. It's not a passage, it's a conversation between two people will be given, and then we have to report it as a passage. Okay, so that will, as a paragraph we have to report. So that will be given, and that format we have to learn. Certain words will be there missing and we have to just write those missing words. That's a format. So format will be given later. Let's see the reported speech and the direct and indirect speech. What is direct and indirect speech? What is a direct speech? Can anybody give me the answer? Yes. What's a direct speech? See, when a person says something, exactly the word by word, if it is reported, that is direct speech. Usually direct speech will be written within, yes, double inverted comma. Within double inverted comma, direct speech will be written. When it is said in your own words, when it is reported in your own words, that is known as exactly indirect speech. Okay, so when we get a direct speech, we have to report it, or we have to transform the sentence into indirect speech. Usually it is like that. Here also it is like that saying, but certain differences will be there. Okay, so what all things we have to take care while reporting the direct speech into, or while transforming the sentence from direct speech to indirect speech, that is what we are going to see. So see the first one. While changing direct speech into reported speech or verse versa, the following things has to be changed. Reporting verb, pronouns, tenses, situations, report using present and future tense, modal verbs, word order with who, which and what. Okay, so these are the differences which we will be having. Now remember, the tense change will be there. That you have to remember. If you have to study it by heart, it's well and good. Reported speech will be very easy for us then. Whichever sentence we get in present tense, change it into past tense. That's the first rule, thumb rule. Whichever sentence we get in present tense, change it into past tense. For example, if you are getting a sentence in simple present tense, change it into simple past tense. If you are getting a sentence in present continuous tense, change it into past continuous tense. If you are getting a sentence in present perfect tense, change it into past perfect tense, and the sentence present perfect continuous, you have to change it into past perfect continuous. So whichever sentence we are getting in present tense, change it into past tense. That's a thumb rule. The second thing is, if you are getting a sentence in simple past tense, change it into past perfect tense. If you are getting a sentence in simple past tense, change it into past perfect tense. If you are getting a sentence in past continuous tense, change it into past perfect continuous tense. Past continuous tense is changed into past perfect continuous. So I'll say it once again. All the present tense will be changed to past tense, simple past tense to past perfect tense, and past continuous tense will be past perfect continuous tense. What about future tense? No change. The only change will be for will become would, and shall will become should, but not always. So we will see that in detail. Now see the first sentence. Simple present tense, I'll give one sentence and then we'll try changing it into past tense. She said, I like to read. Who said that? She said. So we'll write that she said just like that itself. She said, instead of that comma, avoid that comma and then write, she said that. What did she say? I like to read. Who liked to read? She. She like. That like will become past tense, liked. She liked to do what? To read. Okay. So she said, I like to read will become, she said that she liked to read. Clear? So simple present tense is changed to simple past tense. Now see the next one. He said, I am writing a letter. Who said that? He said. He said that what? I am writing. Who is writing? He. So instead of I, it is he. Am will become past tense. So was. He was writing a letter. Clear? See the next one. Present perfect tense. She said, I have done my homework. What did she say? She said that she. Okay. Have will become had. She had done her homework. It's not my homework. She had done her homework. Okay. Past perfect continuous tense. He said, I have been writing a novel for 2 months. What did he say? He said that he had been writing a novel for 2 months. It's not me. It's not I. It's he. And he had been writing a novel for 2 months. Then if I'm getting a simple past tense, like Mohan said, I lost my pen. We have to make it into past perfect tense. Like Mohan said that I lost my pen will become he had lost his pen, because we have to change simple past tense to past perfect. Past perfect will be having had with it. So subject plus had plus V3. So that's a format for past perfect. So here Mohan said I lost my pen will become Mohan said that he had lost his pen. If I'm getting a past continuous tense, we have to change it into past perfect continuous. Simply just like I said I was playing football, we have to change like I said that. Who was playing? I said, no. So it is I itself. I had been playing football. Now see the sentence. Ram says, I'm a brave boy. How to report it? It's not Ram said that he was a brave boy. Wrong. It's not like that. In the report, when we report simple present tense or future tense with will say or says, there is no change for the verb. So here Ram says, I am a brave boy will become Ram says that he is a brave boy. Okay, there is no change in the tense. Clear? Then the next thing which we have to note is a change in the situation. Just like this will become that, here will become there, and see the list. Last week will become the previous week, now will become then, today will become that day, yesterday will become the day before or the previous day, tomorrow will become the next day or the following day, the coming day, last week will become the week before, the previous week. Next, for some universal truth, there is no change. Okay, like John says, the sun rises from the east. How to report it? John says that the sun rises from the east. There is no change for it. Sun was rise and all, we will not say sun rises from the east, the same thing. Seema said milk is white. How to change it? Seema said that milk is white. There is no change until and unless we mix some boost or something into it, the milk is white. Okay, so no change, no need to make any change for the universal truth. Fine. Okay, now let's see the questions, interrogative sentences, how we will change the interrogative sentence or how we are going to transform the interrogative sentence into indirect speech. There are two different type of interrogative sentences. One is a question verb with yes or no question. The next one is with WH questions. You know what is WH questions? That is when, where, why, how, etc. So we'll first see the WH question words sentence, how we will be changing it into indirect speech. When we get a WH word as a question, we have to write, for example, Shruti said or Shruti asked, where is the book? When we change it, when we report it, Shruti asked where, till that it will be there as it is. Shruti or whatever it is that Shruti asked, then the WH question as it is. Then soon after that we have to write the subject followed by the helping verb. Clear? I'll say it once again. Shruti asked, Ravi asked, Renu asked, whatever it is, whomever asked, that we'll be writing. Then we'll be writing the WH question word as it is, followed by the subject and then the helping verb. Just like Shruti asked, where is the book? When we report it, we'll be writing Shruti asked where the book. Instead of is, we'll be writing was, which is the subject here, book. So Shruti asked where, till that the same thing. Instead of then we'll be writing the subject. What's the subject here? The book. Instead of is, we'll be writing was. Clear? Now we'll see the yes or no question. For the yes or no question, we'll be having like, do you like ice cream? Do you like ice cream? We may say yes or no, which is is it raining? That is also a yes or no question. Yes or no will be the answer. You understood what is an yes or no question, I guess. If an yes or no question is asked, that instead of the do or instead of that question word is, do, are, etc., we will be using if or whether. Instead of the question word, we will be using if or whether. For example, Mary asked, is it raining? We will be writing, Mary asked if it was raining. Mary asked if it was raining. Clear? See another example. Shruti asked, have you read this book? Shruti asked if, or even you can write whether, I had read the book. See this example. Shruti asked, have you read this book? The answer is Shruti asked if or whether. So instead of the question word, we are writing if or whether. Anyone you can choose. Instead of you, we are going to write I. So the subject. Soon after the question word, we are going to write the subject. So subject is you. So instead of you, we are writing I. Shruti asked if I had read that book. This book will become that book. Shruti asked if I had read that book. Now the helping verbs like can will become could, will become would, shall will become should, may will become might. There is no change for might. Okay. Now let's see certain examples. See the question and try answering it. Read the conversation given below and complete the passage that follows. Husband, get my lunch quickly. I am in great hurry. Wife, oh really? Why did you not come a bit earlier? Husband, now look, you have made a habit to argue with me and no husband likes that sort of things. Now this is the question, this is the conversation between the husband and wife which we got. Now we have to complete the passage which has been given. The husband argued his wife dash, adding that dash hurry. That's the first sentence. See this, husband, what did he say? Get my lunch quickly, I am in great hurry. Husband argued his wife to get his lunch quickly. Okay, husband argued his wife to get his lunch quickly. Adding that, again he said what? He was in great hurry. I am in great hurry will become he was in great hurry. The wife mockingly asked him, what did she ask? Oh really? Why did you not come a bit earlier? That's what she asked. So the wife mockingly asked him if he was really in hurry. Oh really has to be transformed as if he was really in. Okay, if he was really in hurry. And again she is asking, why did you not come a bit earlier? So and inquired why he had not come a bit earlier. Why he had not come a bit earlier. The husband, speaking in a tone of irritation, pointed out that he did not like a habit of arguing. I hope it is clear for you. Now we will see one more example. This is how it will be asked for the CBSE examination. A conversation between two people or more will be given, and then a passage will be given with certain blank spaces. We have to fill the gap. Okay, this is the sentence transformation. Now see this example. Customer, I want this gift to be wrapped. Shopkeeper, I'm not a good gift wrapper. The woman who wraps the gift is on leave today. Customer, could you please wrap it for me? Shopkeeper, it will be a great pleasure for me to wrap the gift for you. Customer, perfect. As now my mom will think I did it myself. Okay, now comes the passage that we have to fill in. Complete this passage. Okay, the customer told the shopkeeper dash. Go back to the question. The customer said, I want this gift to be wrapped. So the customer told the shopkeeper that I will become he. Want will become wanted. This gift will become that gift to be wrapped. So the answer is the customer told the shopkeeper that he wanted that gift to be wrapped. The shopkeeper replied that dash. Shopkeeper, what did he say? I am not a good gift wrapper. So instead of I, it is he. Instead of am, it will be was. He was not a good gift wrapper. And the woman who wrapped the gifts was on leave that day. Clear? We'll move on. The customer asked him, dash. What did the customer ask? Could you please wrap it for me, isn't it? So, instead of could, we have to write either if or whether. So, the customer asked him if he could wrap it for him. The customer asked if he could wrap it for him. The shopkeeper said that, dash. What did the shopkeeper say? It will be a great pleasure for me to wrap the gift for you. That's what he said. So, the shopkeeper said that it would be a great pleasure to wrap the gift for you will become him. The customer said that, dash. What did the customer say? Perfect. As now my mom will think I did it myself. Instead of perfect, we have to write the customer said that it was perfect. As then his mother would think he had done it himself. Hope it is clear for you. Now I'll be giving certain questions in the homework section. Kindly go through it and answer it. Okay. So in the Saturn app homework session, certain questions will be given for your exercise. Do it and I'll be checking it later. So stay safe, stay home. We'll meet in the next class. Till then, bye-bye.